Want a clean, fair fight, touch glove if you want, and back your corner.
Middleweight contest.
Right, judge.
And that means
judge
big
time.
boys,
Ready?
big
Ready?
blows could be over quickly. Just look at the shoulders of Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali's dropping his stance, not lowering that center of gravity. Leandro Ataides told me he wants to take this fight on his feet for the first couple of minutes, but look at this, Muhammad Ali is initiating the ground game. There's no fear coming out of Muhammad Ali to attack the ground of Ataides.
Stupendous start, wasn't it? Caught the leg and then just went full pelt. Good candidate for the Javelin fight of the night. There'll be a few candidates by the time we're done, I can assure you of that.
Ataides is nice and relaxed, keeping that head moving. I like how he's keeping his guard a little bit higher this time. Muhammad Ali's getting nice and square, nice and tight, ready to let these punches go in a hurry. Muhammad Ali knows how important this is. Both these guys have been on a losing skid, but they are really trying to up their game and get back to their winning ways here tonight in Manila.
Oh, good left jab from Ataides.
The middleweight division is a highly contested division here at 1, and both these guys would like to get a title shot.
What a nice left jab that was from Muhammad Ali.
Ataides might be a little bit of surprised by the aggression shown by Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Does he normally fight open mouth like that, Mitch? Because he just took a clubbing jab on the mouth. I wonder if he's injured himself slightly.
I think it's just a sort of a relaxed sort of guard. Maybe his mouth guard's a little bit too big, but it's not a good idea to keep your mouth open. But both fighters do have that kind of going on. You want to keep your mouth nice and tight so it really limits the ability for your jaw to move. It can, you know, hurt a little bit in the knockout area if your jaw's hanging wide open. Put you to sleep a bit faster.
Left hook from Muhammad Ali landed as he went skipping inwards, just adding some momentum, some power to the punch. He tries it again there, just short that time, followed it up with a right hand. Ataides had seen it once before and was wise to the trick.
Ataides seems to be content keeping this fight on his feet. Not really in a rush to get this fight to the ground. He just prefers to put on a show, and he thinks striking is something we haven't seen the best of yet. He really wants to showcase that skill, how hard he's been working at it.
We've seen Superman punches many times before. That was a Superman jab followed by a Superman right hand. A two-punch Superman combination.
It's a great way to cover distance. Good feints by Ataides, just really trying to get us a reaction or some kind of just flinch out of Muhammad Ali. And his flinch this time was a spinning back fist.
Yeah.
That came up about 4 feet short, but he still threw it.
It was short. It's a difficult punch to land because it's so heavily telegraphed. Edward Folayang, probably the best exponent thereof.
But it's better in the middle of an exchange.
Oh, good left hand from Muhammad Ali. Threw a right that was short, the left landed flush. We've seen a good number of punches land flush, and these are heavy, heavy hitters. Just squatting down, isn't he, Ali? Making himself shorter than he actually is. Left hook comes in with some pace. Got his right hand up nice and high there, Ali, to block that left hook from Ataides.
Nice leg kick.
Fascinating
Naked leg kick.
chess match at the moment.
Didn't really put anything behind it, no punches, but just a naked leg kick, and it landed.
We're seeing some expert left hooks from both men.
But Ataides is true by his word. He told me all this week that he wants to keep the first round on his feet and just kind of feel out the process, see what Muhammad Ali's got on his feet. And in the second round, he looks to take it to the ground, but as I say that, he shoots in for the double leg takedown.
Goes for it ahead of time.
He's got to make some work a little bit faster here because he's only got 40 seconds left in the first round. Muhammad Ali's just kind of buying some time with the double overhooks. And I think that's going to add a little bit of an impression in the judges just to score some points and maybe shift that round to his favor just slightly. You can see Muhammad Ali is holding on for dear life, not wanting to let those arms go. Trying to get back up. He gets into half guard. Good little hip move there, but looked like Ataides was trying to set up a Kimura, but good work by Muhammad Ali to get back up to his feet to end the first round.
Wonderful first round it's been. The bell's about to sound, and I've really enjoyed this first 5 minutes. 10 more to go. Ataides against Ali, Brazil against Egypt.
Overall, here's that catch from the leg kick where we just saw Muhammad Ali explode out and start throwing some heavy bombs. Not scared of the ground game at all. But then there's a nice little left hook coming from Ataides that you commented on earlier. But very impressive round. Rich, how do you have that first round scored?
Well, you know, I have both these guys actually scored evenly in the takedowns because Muhammad had that takedown at the beginning of the round. Story here is the striking superiority. I actually have Muhammad as the aggressor this round, landing more of the big punches, the bigger leg kicks and stuff like that. Ataides, I think he's kind of been playing coy for the round. Shot in that takedown at the end to set up that precedent like, hey, I want to stand, I want to stand, I want to stand. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of game plan he comes out with in the second round. But as we stop the fight here, if the fight ended, I would have Ali winning.
And from here, from your discussions with him, Mitch, he's looking to take things to the canvas for the next 10 minutes.
From what I know, he will attempt to showcase some of those lethal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills.
So perhaps a whole new ball game for Muhammad Ali to have to deal with now.
But that takedown at the end of the round just kind of leaves an impression in Ali's head that this fight can go to the ground at any minute.
Now he's hurt his leg. That left leg took an absolute hammer blow just to the outside of the knee, and he hobbled on it for a bit, and he's still a little bit tender on it.
He's a little weary, but he kind of shakes it off well and answers with a leg kick of his own. Ataides nice and relaxed,
It's
nice
a
and
very,
loose.
very nice sort of stalking shape he's got, Ataides, as he comes forward. There's that left hook again.
Just trying to figure out the game of Ali and really just understand the distance and the timing that he's got, because the power can come out of nowhere just like that. Looked like it was a bit of a slip, but his timing's there with that right hand. Ali can let it go. Gives him a slight little inch. He'll sneak it in there. Yeah, I think that was a slip. I think he just kind of went for a kick and Ali stepped in at the right time.
There's that wide stance that Muhammad Ali has. Springy on his legs. Oh, he sent in a knee there and caught his knees wobbled. Oh, he's really wobbly. Why isn't Ataides chasing after him? Has he missed a trick there? Very, very cautious, the Brazilian.
Oh, he's giving him a lot of time to recover because he was on wobbly legs.
He's still looking shaky, Mitch, to me. Why is Ataides so hesitant?
He's giving him a chance to come back. He's giving him that was like 30 seconds of recovery time.
He can't be toying with him, can he?
You would think so. You would hope that is part of his game plan, that he's seeing something that we're not quite, capable of understanding right now, because he just shook Ali with that nice straight shot.
Absolutely no doubt that Ali was in trouble for quite a considerable time there.
How could he not pull the trigger?
Baffles me. He can't be that fatigued at this stage. It can't be a question of just being too tired.
Or even possibly shooting for a takedown, which he told me he was going to do. But he seems to be perfectly content to stand on his feet and bang.
Well, he must feel very much in control. We shall leave it to him.
Ali completely seems to be recovered. He seems to have his wits about him. He's nice and light on his feet, moving around.
I do think he's still got a bit of trouble with that left leg, though, Mitch. He doesn't seem to put all the weight on there as he starts to skip around. But you pick up knocks during the course of a fight. It's only to be expected.
Yeah, he's definitely light and the tender on that leg. A nice little left hook there, landed again.
Goes after that leg once more in a similar sort of place. Either way, it buckles the knee. Outside in, which is exactly what that previous kick did. And I think Ataides thinks he's fully in control here and can bide his time and finish this any way he wants. Will that be a big error of judgment.
Very
Left jab.
very patient, relaxed striker, looking for his shots.
That lateral left hook from shoulder height to chin height was thrown with some beauty, but it missed entirely. Lucky for Muhammad Ali.
Action!
Oh, good right-left. It was the left hand that landed from Ali. Just seeing a little bit of daylight for him to come back into this one. Has he been given too much time?
The accuracy is not there from Ali, but the power still is. You can almost feel the wind coming off of some of these strikes, even though they're, you know, almost a couple feet from the target, but they're still coming at a pretty fierce pace. Ataides starting to march forward.
There's that kick again. That left leg, Muhammad Ali is taking some punishment. Right on the outside, just above the knee.
But maybe he's not seeing the tenderness to that leg and how gingerly that, you know, Muhammad Ali is on. Because he's just kind of,
it's a good point. He doesn't get the holistic view of things that we do. He's focused eye to eye.
you know, when Ataides has rushed in, you know, he's made that mistake before and he's gotten dropped. You know, so maybe he's just being a little bit more cautious, a little bit smarter fighter, trying to take this fight into the deep water. And oh, beautiful!
It's finished. It is absolutely all over, and that came within the blink of an eye. My goodness me! I was just waiting for the bell to chime, and instead it was Muhammad Ali's bell that got ringed. Wow, that was a crazy finish. And Ali is still on his back.
Leandro Ataides sensing a little bit of space, a little bit of an opening, and jumps into the air to get a beautiful flying knee knockout. Let's go back and take a look. Here it is, setting it up, and the flying knee penetrates the defense of Ali and beautifully connects to the left side of his head. Superb knockout
There was
for
no
Leandro
Ataides. Oh my goodness, there was absolutely no coming back from that. Leandro Ataides improves his record to 9-3. Here's Dom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Olivier Coste, has put a stop to this fight after 4 minutes and 54 seconds in the second round. For your winner by way of knockout, Leandro Ataides.
The Brazilian sinks to his knees. And remember, this fight was dedicated to his sister who died earlier this year, so this will be an emotional evening for the Brazilian.